Saw the TV Glow. In 2024, indie film fans raced to dip their fingers into a brand new A24 film. Directed by Jane Schonbrun and riddled with 90s nostalgia, this movie seemed to have it all. Except it apparently didn't. Mixed letterboxd reviews and criticisms that the movie made absolutely no sense at all poured through, except for seemingly one sector of the internet, the trans community. I Saw the TV Glow was written by the creator to serve as an overtly queer allegory. In the film, main character Owen, obsessed with the TV show The Pink Opaque, slowly realizes he is, in reality, a character from the show trapped in the nightmarish Midnight Realm by Big Bad Mr. Melancholy. Doomed to a life of bleak inauthenticity, Owen slowly dies as he never accepts his true identity as Isabel, the Pink Opaque's protagonist. It dives much deeper than that, but we don't have time for a film analysis. Doomed to a dull and miserable life, and incredibly chapped lips, Owen's experience almost perfectly encapsulates the trans experience. But that's where narratives twist. While the trans community connected deeply with the film, even making a TikTok trend using one of the songs from the movie talking about their own journeys of self-acceptance, many non-trans people on the internet took to recreating it themselves. Except, instead of acceptance, they promoted transness as a phase that was ended by their turning to God. Yeah. This conception that being trans is a phase and can be erased is just one of many harmful narratives about trans people in popular culture. Another one of these most present narratives is the idea that trans people are just people who cross-dress, and one of the best examples of this is Buffalo Bill from The Silence of the Lambs. In the film, the predatory serial killer Buffalo Bill is known for his abduction of larger women. The reason why? To make wearable suits out of their skin. Yeah. While Bill is underlined with other queer subtext, his cross-dressing, for many non-trans people, led to the conclusion that all trans people must be cross-dressers who gain some kind of sexual pleasure from presenting as someone of the opposite sex. But cross-dressing is not the same as a trans identity. From medical journals about trans individuals, from the archives, a clear distinction between cross-dressing and transness is established. In fact, one says that most, if not all, specialists in gender identity are agreed that the transsexual condition establishes itself very early, before the child is capable of elective choice in the matter, probably in the first 2 years of life, some say even earlier, before the birth during the fetal period. These findings indicate that the transsexual has not made a choice to be as he is, but rather that the choice has been made for him through many causes preceding and beyond his control. This same journal goes on to say that cross-dressing for non-transgender individuals may provide a sense of pleasure, while for transgender individuals, cross-dressing is a necessary means of survival and acceptance of their own identity. We see this misunderstanding of transness as a choice continued in the cis takeover of the I Saw the TV Glow trend. In a separate document from the archives, letters from a trans physician detailing his experiences as a trans individual give us this quote: "To say the least, the situation in which I now found myself bristled with difficulties. My family did not know of my operation nor of my transformation, neither did my most intimate friends. I was faced with the problems of making a living and my way in the world alone." This very same letter gives us this: "At this stage in my career, life had become so unbearable that I felt myself confronted by only two alternative courses, either to kill myself or refuse to live longer in my misfit role of a woman. I chose the latter and submitted myself for an exploratory laparotomy for the purpose of establishing definitely and indisputably my proper role, with the result that I left the hospital as a man." Now, what does this say about the cis understanding of trans identities, cultures, and experiences? Does it matter? Why? What do these narratives say about wider culture? Do they reflect wider culture today? What about the identities of cis people? The necessity of trans community in representative media? That is for you to figure out. I propose this as a lesson for a future class. Using examples of harmful and misconstrued trans narratives in media, I would encourage student reflection on how media and response to that media affects views surrounding trans identities or the trans community. There is still time, but for now, there's no more time for me to speak. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some ideas. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.